Morning, everyone. We're going to give just a second for everyone to come in, but for those of you who might be joining us on the replay, thank you so much for coming in and checking us out. And also for those of you on YouTube, we appreciate you taking the time to watch as well. And don't forget that if you'd ever like to be a part of our live interaction, come on over to the Periscope app and follow me at Buffy Hood. So today is our Truth Be Told Thursday, where you get an opportunity to ask me kind of the who, what, where, when, how, why of what I do in my Premier Designs business. Now, anyone who might be joining us for the very first time, I'd like to take a moment just to introduce myself. Good morning to you, Shannon. So my name is Buffy Hood, and I am a jeweler with Premier Designs Jewelry. It's a direct sales company, but we refer to them more of a direct service company, as our focus is people, not profits. So we basically, my husband and I have been doing this for almost 10 years. Just absolutely love what it is that we do. So we use Periscope as a platform to be able to share a little bit about our experiences and our journey, in hopes that it might be able to help you in your direct sales business, whether that is Premier Designs or not. It does not matter to us. The only thing that matters to us is that we are able to be of service in some way, somehow. So that being said, this morning you have an opportunity to ask me some questions. So maybe there is a certain area of your business, excuse me, certain area of your business that you have been struggling with, that maybe you need some assistance in. Maybe you're not quite sure how to handle a certain situation. Maybe it is in terms of bookings or sharing your business opportunity, things like that. Whatever your questions, this is where you have a chance to ask me questions as far as what it is that I personally do in my own business, to see if it might be an option for you in yours. So if you have a question for me, just put a 1 in the box. That lets me know that there is a question coming, so I can be on the lookout. And otherwise, if you do not have a question for me and you want to just kind of stick around and see what questions might be being asked, that's fine too. Thank you for those hearts already. I'm going to pop another pulse here. This cough still has not left me, so I am like hoping that it goes away very soon. So does anyone have any questions for me this morning? If so, as I said, go ahead and put a 1 in the box. That lets me know that there's a question coming, so I can keep my eyes peeled for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for those hearts. I truly hope somebody's got some questions. Otherwise, this is going to be a very short scope. There we go, Miss Jenny. I can always count on you, girl. Can always count on you for some questions to be asked. Love that. And I'm going to do my best to try and keep my cough under control as much as possible. Anybody else dealing with some colds and yuck right now? This is a terrible time of the year for me. I don't know what it is about this time of year, but my allergies always tend to act up a lot. I don't know if it's because of the putting up and tearing down of Christmas decorations and that kind of thing, or what it is, but it always seems to get the best of me this time of year. You've had junk for 3 weeks and still have it. Girl, I'm right there with you. Mine started, it would have been the weekend of December 16th. And I only remember that because it was right after I had done my last scope for the year of 2016. So that's the only reason I remember that. All right, let's see. Do we have any of those questions coming just yet? I did see that we have 2 questions coming, just waiting on those to be typed out. Thank you for those hearts. Lets me know y'all are still here. Periscope has been, I would like to, and I should probably knock on wood before I say this, but have y'all noticed that we have not been dropped on our Periscope things ever since I got the new wireless router? So I'm thinking that may have been part of our issue way back when it seemed like we were being dropped every day. Need more shows. Who doesn't? What verbiage would you use before, during, and after rally? Great question. It does make sense. It does make sense. Okay, so here's what I would recommend. First off, anyone that, Jenny, you are going to rally, right? I'm just making sure. But I thought so. I thought so. Okay, so here's the thing. I would take along with you any information for anyone who has ever told you maybe. If they have told you maybe, And perhaps what you can do is even like plan ahead a little bit in the sense of not just getting their information, but putting their info in your phone. And many phones even allow you the opportunity to kind of group certain numbers together so that you can easily find them. Or perhaps you could easily find them by marking them in your phone as maybe and then their name. Does that make sense? So everyone would show up under maybe first and then you would see all their names. Okay. So put them in your phone. And then when you go to rally, girls, start taking some pictures, things like that, and send it to them right away and say, you are not going to believe this line. Maybe take a picture of you with the catalog. We'll just pretend that this is a catalog. Okay. Maybe take a picture of you with the catalog, like, and send it to them and say, you have got to see this line. I would love to be able to come over and visit. Going to do some videos or go live if you can. Absolutely. Girl, I am so stinking excited because I realized we still have like 4 gigabytes of our data left for the month. And our month ends on the 16th, I think it is. So, girl, I'm going to be going live while I'm there. All right. So I was really excited that we had that much still left. But if you take a picture or do videos or whatever and send them a message that just says, listen, I know you had said maybe at some point you'd like to do a show. I would love the opportunity, excuse me, to just come over and show off this new line. Would you be willing to just invite a couple girlfriends over? This is also a great time to use the selection committee. Okay, so you can contact people and say, look, I'm looking for a selection committee to help me because we have this brand new line that's come out and I'm going to need some help figuring out what items I want to be able to add to my display. I would love to get your your suggestions and your opinions on pieces that you feel like you would need to see in person to really know whether or not it's something that you might want to purchase. Yes, yes. So a review crew, selection committee, whatever it is that you want to call it. But those type things are great. One of the other things that I am personally doing this month is I am holding a red carpet event, VIP, by invitation only. And it is only for my previous and upcoming hostesses. Okay. So basically, we are doing a red carpet event where they can choose to get all dressed up if they want. They come, they get all blinged out. We're going to have a area where they can get their picture taken, all that kind of good stuff. And basically it's just to do something fun, but it's also because guess what? As I get people here and they get a chance to see that new catalog, it's also going to drum up the interest of those people hopefully wanting to schedule a show if they have not yet got back on my calendar. So this means I am literally inviting every hostess that I have ever had that is local to my area. Okay. So these, some of the people that I'm inviting, it's a possibility that maybe they haven't had a show in like 2 or 3 years. Okay. So that's another way if you can do a personal show or a mystery hostess show at some point this month to be able to get people excited about that brand new line. Of course, we also have that amazing promotion that's happening right now of the 30, 40, 50%. So that's another great reason to be contacting people and say, look, I know you had talked about eventually doing a show. This is the month to do it because listen, you're going to be able to get up to 50% of your sales in free jewelry. Plus you get to be one of the first people to shop from the brand new line. So that would be some of my suggestions. So I hope that helped for you, Miss Jenny. And I did see that there was someone else who had posted a 1. So I'm hoping that there is that other question coming. Awesome. Where do you enter your credit card sales expenses into Hidden House? I got to be honest, without looking at my thing, I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say I can't remember I truly do not remember what the line is. like what the line item is. But I want to say it goes under jeweler fees. Maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember. All I can tell you is it is an expense to do business. It's not listed under, I can tell you it's not listed under professional fees, because that would be like if you were paying for an attorney or something like that for some reason. That's what that is. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe it goes under jeweler fees, but I don't remember what line item jeweler fees falls under. I'm sorry that I can't be of more help, but I can tell you this. If you contact Hood and House, they will tell you exactly where to put it. They will tell you exactly where to put it. Awesome. Any other questions? I'm sorry about my cough this morning. I thought I had it all under control. Even took my cough medicine and everything else. Gotta love it. I'm hoping it leaves me by at least tomorrow night, because we are sharing a hotel room. And my two other jewelers, God love them, if they have to listen to me like cough. But I do fine when I'm laying down. It's the weirdest thing. But as soon as I start moving, I get my cough going. All right, any other questions? If so, put a 1 in the box. Otherwise, I'll be letting y'all go. I still don't have an answer as far as whether or not I will be here tomorrow morning. We do have another question. Good. Okay. I still don't know for sure whether or not I'm going to be here tomorrow morning, because as y'all know, my hubby is taking off work tomorrow so that we can do our traveling to head to Raleigh. So he is actually taking off the day tomorrow. Yeah. And that's just it. I know, like, a lot of people are going to be prepping for Raleigh and getting ready and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not so sure. Advice for first time Raleigh attendees. Okay. So first off, so Rachel, am I to assume that you are a first time Raleigh attendee? Yes, comfortable shoes is one of them. Which, listen, y'all, I struggle with that so much. I struggle with it so much because I originally thought I knew what I was going to wear on Saturday. And then I'm sitting there going, but if I wear that, I know what shoes I'm going to want to wear. And they're not going to be very comfortable for me being on my feet from 7 to 9 while I'm assisting. Okay. Yeah. And so I'm sitting there going, well, maybe I'll wear one pair of shoes while I'm behind the tables, and I'll wear a different pair of shoes to go into Raleigh. Yeah, because I believe I'm helping at the registration tables. So, yeah. So, Rachel, are you a first time Raleigh attendee? I want to make sure I know if I'm answering this for you or awesome. Okay. All right. So, here's what I'll tell you. First and foremost, go with a teachable spirit and go with plenty of patience and grace and mercy. Okay. Because everyone there is going to be so stinking excited. And it does tend to get a little crowded at times, especially as people are waiting for the doors to open and that kind of thing. So if you get bumped into or that kind of thing, listen, just get involved. Yes, get involved in the excitement. Don't be, offended if somebody accidentally steps on your toes as they're walking by or something like that. You know what I mean? Because it gets kind of crowded and kind of crazy. But what I would say is just soak it all in. Go with a teachable spirit. Go there to learn. Go there with an open mind, with an open heart. And I am telling you what, you are going to be so stinking blessed. It is ridiculous. You should be receiving a notebook. So you don't need to worry about taking a notebook. Just take a pen. Okay. You are also going to want to make sure that you are in those comfortable shoes. I also recommend taking a sweater or a cardigan or a something, just in case it is cold in there. So if you layer, that's going to be your best bet, because then if it gets warm in there, you can take some layers off, or if it's cold, you can add some additional layers, because it's, this time of year, it can be either or. Okay. Um, so you want to make sure that you are going in those layers. I would also say make sure that you are fully charged on your phone. Take along a charger. Portable charger is perfect if you happen to have one. Yes, it's going to be cold in Philly. It's going to be cold outside, but you just never know what it's going to do inside, because there again, you just never know. When you have all those bodies in one room, just never know. So I would say, oh, yay, Rachel, that's where I'm going to be. Yay. Awesome. So, I would just say, make sure that you have plenty of storage on your phone, or that you take a camera that has charged batteries or whatever, that you can be taking lots of pictures and that kind of thing. If you're able to do them on your phone, that's going to be your best bet. That way you don't have to carry around something extra. And let's see here, Jenny, is there anything? Oh, tissues. You might want to take some tissues, because sometimes we have some testimonies and things like that. And you know how we do. Sometimes eyes can get a little weepy if testimonies are being shared and that kind of thing. But the biggest thing, yes, I know, I do too, because especially it still gets me every single time if they do a tribute to Joan in any way, shape, or form. It still tears me up every single time. So I know for me, I always have to make sure that I have those. The other thing might be some additional little snacks. So if you want like granola bars or trail mix, or just some little candies or things like that, something that you can have kind of in between, from, because when you get there in the morning, depending on how early you would have eaten your breakfast because of arriving and all that kind of good stuff, then till you're getting close to lunch, you might decide that you need something extra to munch on. Water bottle is good. Yes. Oh, the other thing I would say is Tylenol or Advil or something like that, because just in case, because as I said, it does get kind of crazy and a little loud. So just in case you wind up with a headache, you want something that you're going to be able to take to make sure that you can join right back into the fun and not have to worry about dealing with a headache and feeling yuck. So those are the things that I can think of right off the top of my head. But the biggest thing is, go there with open mind, open heart, and ready to learn, because you're going to get so much information. It's going to seem a little bit like information overload, but if you take some really good notes, then you're going to be able to come back to that stuff later. And don't think you have to go try every new idea that is given to you right then and there. Okay? Because sometimes we tend to do that. We tend to think, oh, this is so exciting. We're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. And you basically like change up your entire business all at one shot. That can be tricky. So if you are already doing something in your business that is currently working and working well, don't change anything. But if you have an area of your business that is struggling, then whatever ideas they're giving you, pick one of those ideas and go give that one a shot. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Thank you for the heart. All right. I think we're good. So, you may or may not see me tomorrow. I wish I could give you a more definitive answer, but I truly just don't know. It all depends on how our morning goes, because we will be leaving around 12. So, I'm just not 100% sure whether or not I will even get a chance to pop on. But if I don't get a chance to pop on in the morning, then it is truly possible that you will see me at some point tomorrow I may go live from Raleigh or something else. I'm not 100% sure. Jenny, I'm so glad to hear that you're going to be there tomorrow night. That gives me a little bit more time to get to see you. So I look forward to seeing many of you, hopefully tomorrow or Saturday at Raleigh in Philly. So I'm still looking forward to that. Can't wait. If I don't catch you on Periscope before then, I'll see you there. And otherwise, then I will just see y'all on Monday when we come back for our regular Motivational Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday morning. So thanks so much for being here, guys. So appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.